I wanted to take this opportunity to show you some very quick things you can do in Photoshop to make images just perfect. So I'm going to click on this particular image here, which is a low power view of a nevus of the breast. And you can see at this magnification that there are large expansile, very heavily pigmented nests in the epidermis, which is very typical of a pigmented lesion or pigmented nevus of the breast. So let's just open this in Photoshop and see what I can do with it. Now, my preference has always been to crop images into 35mm format, and so I've set the crop tool for that size. And this is because if you want to do a PowerPoint presentation and you use 35mm, then this will fill the screen perfectly. So it's quite a good it's quite a good approach. So I'm cropping that, and then you'll see that there's quite a bit of dirt around the place, so it's always good to get rid of that using the eraser tool, as I'm doing now, and that's not terribly difficult. Now, again, with all images, it's important that you get a white background. And in Photoshop, how you do that is you go to Image, go to Adjustments, and then go to Levels. And when you're in Levels, you pick the right-hand dropper and place the dropper bottle. As you can see, there's a rather grayness here. If you click on that, you've got rid of it, and you've got a perfect white background. And you can still see that there's a little bit of dirt here, so we'll get rid of that, and that'll make a nice slide. And then the next thing that I do, that I always do, is I go to auto contrast, which when you first look at it, this looks absolutely hideous, but there's method to my madness. If I then go to Adjustments again and go to Hue and Saturation, and then click on the Saturation tool and reduce the saturation a lot. And when you do that, you get a much nicer looking H&E, and then you just need to sharpen it, as I've done there. Sharpen once, and at this magnification, don't sharpen it twice, but go down to the Sharpen tool as you see there and click on Sharpen Edges, and that'll give you a very nice image. And I'll close that, or I'll save it and close it. And if I then take you back to that image and open it up on my desktop, you'll see that it's really very, very nice. Again, highlighting the heavily pigmented discohesive junctional nests and a hint of bridging, which is why some people mistake this on occasions for a dysplastic nevus. And I'll just do the same thing again with one other image, just to draw it home to you. And this, again, the first thing I do is I crop it with the crop tool and just move it slightly so that you have these two very nice junctional nests. They're discohesive and they're surrounded by a retraction artifact, like there's 3 of them, and that's very typical of a nevus of special site, as the breast is. And then, as I mentioned earlier, hang on a second, I've just got to cancel that. Then go to Image, go to Adjustments, go to Levels, and click on the right hand dropper, click on the surface, and you've got a perfect white background. And then the next step is auto contrast, which makes it, well, it's much more contrasty, but the staining's horrible. It's far too in your face. So go down to saturation, hue and saturation, and reduce the saturation, and you'll get a nice H&E, and then just sharpen it a bit. At this magnification you can afford to sharpen it twice, and perhaps even sharpen edges, and I think that'll turn out to be a really nice image. So I'll just close that, and we'll have a look at that highlighted on my desktop. And there you are, that's absolutely gorgeous. So I hope that'll be of some help to you, those of you who have Photoshop. It's a very quick way of producing nice images. Thank you very much for your attention. So I'll just stop that now.